There was nothing funny about April Fool's pranks.
I agree. 99% plus 1.
100%.
There is nothing funny about this.
Yes, April Fool.
Can we just
Start the show.
Sure thing.
April Fools.
Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with Lieutenant Colonel. Oh, no, my bad.
That was Matt.
Slap me in the face. He beat me up after the show. Full Colonel, retired, Jeff Drummond, U.S. Marine.
We'll take you out back, chase the dog here.
Don't forget, of course, this show's being seen around the world on a live video stream this hour. Last hour I had a computer somewhere else, but now it's here. And you can tune it in by going to our website at talk973.com. One click there at the top middle of the page will get you where you're going. If you're on your mobile device, YouTube will get you where you're going. Use Mornings with the Leader Man in your search. If you're on your mobile device, just needing our crystal clear digital audio stream, that's available by many streaming services such as TuneIn, iTunes, Streama, Alexa. All those apps will work for you. Just put WEEB in the search. If you're on your computer, at our website at talk973.com, the icon at the upper right-hand corner of any of our web pages that says on the air, listen live, tap it once, and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Enjoy the mixed bag of weather this week. Mostly sunny today, but cooler temperatures, high of 55. I kind of like that. Tonight, though, clouds up. Get a chance of rain, a low of 36. Tomorrow, 80% chance of rain, cloudy, high of 48. Not going to like that. Tomorrow night, more of the same, a low of 37. Rains out of here by daybreak on Wednesday. Will be sunshine and 68 on Wednesday. That's pretty good. Thursday's just too hot. Mostly sunny with a high of 72.
Hoorah.
You like that?
Oh, yeah.
Friday, mostly cloudy with showers likely, high of 70. Saturday, still a chance of showers, just a small chance Saturday, high of 75. And Sunday, sunshine and 77. Now it's getting too hot. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are north-northeast at 9, visibility 10 statute miles. Humidity 50%, 2.19, pressure 30-33. It's sunny and still 36 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 8:31, 31 past the hour on this Monday morning. And while the Colonel's here, let's tap into his memory banks and see how much we can pull out of there. Today is April 1st. Here are 5 things to look forward to this month. A lot of big sporting events. The Final Four this Saturday with the championship game next Monday. Also, the NHL playoffs start April 9th, the Masters on the 11th, and the NBA playoffs get started on April 13th.
Yeah.
And finish what, in August?
Yeah, that I don't know. Yeah.
They play so many games. It's like the second, there was a Beetle Bailey cartoon one time, comic strip. And Beetle and Sergeant are sitting on the couch, and the TV says, and that's the final game of the NBA season for 2018. And then Sergeant says, turn the channel, Beetle. And he turns the channel, and the guy says, welcome to the first game of the NBA for 2019.
Yep.
It's about that bad. The holidays, Easter is on April 21st, so you got lots of chocolate to look forward to. Also, National Burrito Day is April 4th, which I like burritos.
Yeah, they're good. If you go to a nice place and they make them right.
Yeah. National Beer Day is Sunday, April 7th. National Siblings Day is April 10th. Wear pajamas to work day, April 16th. If your company is celebrating that, I'd like to be invited to visit your office.
I was
that
going to
day.
say, don't do that.
And Earth Day is April 22nd.
Earth Day.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
Yeah, that'll get
We all throw dirt.
AOC out there.
Another obnoxious communist.
Yeah. All right, well, this being April Fool's Day, it's time for Yes or BS. Okay, let me give it a proper send-off here. Let the Colonel play along here.
And now it's time for Yes or BS.
All right, time for another round of Yes or BS. This is where we'll give a statement, and the Colonel will tell us, yes, that's true, or no, Steve, that is total BS. The topic is things that you don't know about April Fool's Day.
Okay.
All right, yes or BS. It started in 1763 when King George III played a prank on his wife.
King George III. I'm not sure he had a sense of humor, so I'll say BS.
It is BS. No one knows how April Fool's started. Some experts think it started in 1582 when France switched over from the Julian calendar and took people's months, and it took people's months to find out. Others think it goes back to even further to the Spring Festival in ancient Rome. The guy who invented the whoopee cushion also invented the first flushable toilet.
No, that's BS.
It is BS. The whoopee cushion was invented by an employee at a rubber company in Toronto in the 1920s. Thomas J. Crapper usually gets credit for inventing the first flushable toilet in the 1880s, even though he didn't. It dates back to the late 1500s. Well, he got the patent on it, didn't he?
I'm not sure who got the patent on the first one. But that's why the nickname, continues to this day because of that.
Oh, how many times do we say his name a day? Oh, crap. In England, it's considered rude to prank someone in the afternoon on April 1st.
No. Baloney.
Oh, yes, it is.
In the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to get them in the morning.
You're supposed to reveal your pranks by noon, and you're not supposed to pull any new pranks after that.
Oh, okay.
The common April Fool's prank in France is to tape paper fish to someone's back.
Oh, true. Why
It is true.
Yeah.
It's an April Fool's tradition in France, Italy, Belgium, and Canada. And last but not least, Richard Branson of Virgin Airlines once got arrested for an April Fool's prank.
Sure, true.
It is true. Man, this guy knows his April Fool. Back in the 90s, he hired someone to steal all of his business partner's furniture. The guy didn't press charges, but Richard spent the night in jail.
Steal. That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's going a long ways for the joke. I mentioned this to the other station. I told you about this Friday that I think I did. Here's it.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
That people would wake up and I'd be on their station and they'd be on this one. And
yeah, that would.
Everybody be going, wait a minute, am I on the right channel? What happened here?
Yeah, that would create havoc and overload EMS for the day.
Yeah, you have two people on here. Oh, today we're going to discuss which place sells your favorite ice cream. Boys and girls, this will be fun. You know,
Baskin and Robbins.
All righty then. Let's get on with today's rim shot. See how we fare in that category. And some of them are pretty good today. We'll see what you think. Jussie Smollett skipped the NAACP Image Awards Smollett said he had to stay home and organize his fraud drawer. He says he couldn't make it because he was tied up, literally, by two men outside Subway yelling, "This is MAGA country." MSNBC's Rachel Madcow turns 46 today.
Oh.
I tell her to have a happy birthday, but Robert Mueller pretty much torpedoed any chance of that one. Guests at a party will play her favorite game, pin the blame for everything on Trump. Yeah, doesn't matter what it is, it's Trump's fault. He created the atmosphere.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The rising oceans, blah, 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 blah.
They just sitting there saying after they've been made a fool of for 2 years, "Oh, we were just reporting the evidence."
Yeah.
That was as it was presented.
Yeah, my headache today, that's Trump's fault. That's right.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus posted a picture of herself dressed as Hannah Montana. She found the old wig in the garage behind where her dad sleeps every night. Well, we're down to the Final Four. Duke's not in it. Carolina's not in it.
Oh, dear.
Virginia's in it. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about the NAACP basketball tournament, though. I mean the number of celebrities in Hollywood who got their kids into college without a bribe.
Oh. Yeah, that's really going deep here, all that stuff. But, like I said, that's been going on forever anyway.
Well, yeah, but it kind of kills the credibility. Well, diplomas are getting to the point they're worthless anyway.
Yeah.
Some of them that are being issued. If you got a respectable school and you're getting a business management degree or an engineering degree or an architectural degree or whatever the case may be, some of those are legit. Mm-hmm. But theater, what are some of the,
victimhood, right,
Yeah.
Women's studies. Oh,
yeah.
Dorothy's going to come down here and throw something at me.
All these ones that are in high demand jobs from the government, I guess they are. Or a botanist. What's a botanist going to do? Work for the government.
We'll take grant money is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Right.
They'll say, "Oh, we just create our jobs. We come up with some stupid asinine study and get it funded."
Yeah. On a side note, talking about botany, you know who I believe he's the first person to make a written note of the Venus flytrap back in 17-something. Robert Rogers of Rogers Rangers fame.
Okay.
That guy got around.
Do you know the only place you can find a Venus flytrap?
Yeah, on the east coast of the United States,
North Carolina, southeast,
right.
Area.
Yep. Yeah, he was in Charleston, South Carolina, North Carolina coast, right?
Yeah. Today is April Fool's Day, not to be confused with Mr. T's favorite holiday, I Pity the Fool's Day. Microsoft is banning April Fool's Day jokes, so I guess we're not getting a new version of Windows anytime soon. Not that the one we have works. I got my big old high-powered computer over here, got Windows 10 on it.
Right.
And it sits there and it rolls up little squares at me, and I go, what's the purpose of that? It's got more crap on there except what I really want. When I go looking for something like the off button, it's not there.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to search for stuff. You really do. Yeah.
You would think the icons that you desperately need would be there, but no. Or, here's what I like. I put in a USB stick in there.
Right.
Memory stick. And it flashes up, what's on the stick, which was fine. And then I double-click what I wanted it to play. And instead of giving me what I was expecting, Windows Media Player, which I thought Windows and Windows Media Player, why, that would work, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. And it's what I'm familiar with. And it puts up Movie Player that I've never seen before in my life.
Yeah.
I go, what's this crap?
Yeah.
So I had to close it out, go back and say, open with what I want.
Yeah, some of those programs you put on there, they just drive your computer into the dirt.
I haven't put any programs on there.
Some things will load and you don't even know they're there. I go through every now and then just to see what shows up, and it's
so easy to when you download programs such as AVG.
AVG.
Yeah, it's an AVG. No, it's another one. A program. They'll tag on there Norton antivirus.
Yes, yeah, that's the worst one. You got to watch.
You're talking about something that'll suck up all your cache and RAM, and it won't flush itself out, and it just clogs everything up. And then you want to go somewhere, it goes, wait a minute, I got to look at it first. Yeah. And then it gets in competition with your AVG antivirus or some other, and you don't know how to go in and cut that mess off. You just got to, then you're bringing it to us to fix for you. And that should be wrong. Record number of Americans are not having sex, including a much larger than expected percentage of 20-something men. This could be bad for the U.S. population, but good for the Comic-Con population. If you've never seen Comic-Con, that's like the parade of nerds. That's when people will actually dress up like Star Wars characters and walk around in public.
I've seen pictures. Yeah.
And people are going, oh, cool, man, you look so good. Huh? Well, thank you. Yeah. I'm a nerd.
Yeah, you look just like Princess Leia. That's right.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them out there. You can just sit on the street and just watch them walk by in Atlanta. When they have it on this coast, it's called Dragon Con. Anyway, Mark Zuckerberg posts have vanished from Facebook, but don't worry. There's still plenty of posts featuring Zuckerberg's counting his money and, of course, laughing at us. The CEO of Wells Fargo resigned. He says he wants to spend more time nickel and diming his wife and kids. Was this the CEO who created a bunch of accounts for everybody they didn't ask for?
Yeah, that's the guy.
And yearly fees for the accounts, and
at least he presided over it. I don't know if he was, doing it directly. But
Joe Biden says he will, quote, listen respectfully to any woman who claims he touched her inappropriately.
Yeah, Uncle Joe, he's like the crazy uncle, at Thanksgiving, Christmas, and almost every family has one.
The one you stay away from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had one, and he'd walk into a room, and all the women would run out.
Anyway, he also, because he wants to give him a little tongue on the kiss.
Yeah.
He also rubbed her shoulders, and he feels he's catching a vibe. Trump is cutting off foreign aid to El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala.
Finally.
But don't worry, he plans to personally toss them a few rolls of paper towels. That's your rim shots for today. Yeah, it may come as early as today. He closes the border. Because I tell you what, now that all our facilities are full, this is where foreigners will just rush to the border.
Right. Yep.
They come through knowing they're going to get released right away.
Yeah.
And that's wrong. They want to jump the line, play us for the fools that our laws allow them to.
Right.
And there's no consequences. So they get a court date 10 years from now. You think they're going to be back for that one? No. They just come in and suck off of our infrastructure and our schools and our medical and everything else. If they did as much marching on their own capital as they do ours or our border, they might get something accomplished. But if you have no laws, you have no country. Yeah. And if they're just going to rush in and just basically, because once they start coming in unimpeded, this country is done.
It's there.
Yeah, and we're at that point.
Yep.
So he may close the borders, and I wholeheartedly endorse him doing it. Because we just can't, you got to come in according to the law or you have no country. And circumventing the law can't be allowed anymore. And that's what they're doing. And it's getting old. Where was it? Oh, yeah. Is the military allowed to stop them?
Well,
since it's protecting our borders and that's what their job is. And I don't know.
You'd have to ask the lawyers on that one. Most of them would tell you no because you can't use
military inside the country.
Well, yeah, posse comitatus, and you get into those things. But when it comes to Navy and Marine forces, the Secretary of Defense and the President have said, yeah, posse comitatus applies. And, the Marines have been used to enforce law in this country several times, and it could be done. When the riots were happening in L.A., there was a battalion of Marines out there. Well, they suspended posse comitatus for that period. The Marines have also guarded the mail, et cetera, et cetera. And, if you read on that, there actually, it happened twice, and we had quite a bit of problem during the 20s with mail robberies, train robberies, and they ended pretty quickly. A Marine opens the door on the mail truck or the mail car, and he's got a BAR and a couple of hand grenades. Generally people don't want to rob the mail train. And then they stopped doing it, and then it started happening again, so the Marines were back on there. It's happened. It can be done if somebody really wants to do it. National Guard is probably the better option.
Well, I guess they're being used in a protection manner to keep people out or keep people off or keep people away, but not an aggressive kill an enemy type thing. All right, well, it's going to get interesting to see what happens because, he could literally close the border today, as has been hinted at, or maybe someday this week. All right, in the meantime, we got to clean up what's going on inside our borders.
You, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys.
All right, my friends, it's time once again. Stand up in the style of the Duke John Wayne and prance across the prance. That sounds kind of bad, doesn't it? Stomp across the floor in the style of John Wayne. Open up our closet doors, look at all 30 of our Liberty safes today. Which one? Let's go over here to Liberty Safe number 14. Haven't been here in a long time.
Okay.
Open her up and let the Colonel reach in and grab the weapon of choice today.
There's some dust in here. You need to get in here and clean these firearms, I'll tell you. But in the meantime, let me think. We'll get you an M79 blooper. 40-millimeter grenade launcher. I think you're probably going to use that to knock down a door or two.
Yeah. Or cause a hell of a confusion inside.
At the least.
And death. All right, we'll throw that into our arsenal this morning. Pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of some super whoop-ass as we now head out the door in relentless pursuit. Stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number 1 this morning. Got to look amazing in your wedding photos, no matter what it takes, right? Well, there's a 32-year-old woman named Vanessa Klein from Stafford, Virginia. You ever been there?
Stafford? Oh, yes, of course.
Well, you from that area?
Well, yeah.
You worked there.
If you're a Marine, you've been through Stafford, Northern Virginia. Yeah.
All right, and she was just busted for embezzling more than $93,000 from the construction company where she worked as a bookkeeper.
Wow.
See, I told you those little commercial builders have a lot of cash flow in there.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, got to have an impress fund.
They just up the bill price. Anyway, and quite a bit of the money she stole went toward her wedding, which included $25,000 for a wedding planner. Really?
A wedding planner? All right, that's enough.
$2,000 for a dress.
She should go to jail just for
And most importantly, $7,200 for a pre-wedding butt lift. She was caught with a credit card company when they called the owner of the construction company, told him that his accounting was going to get shut down if we're not paying. He looked into the books and figured out what Vanessa had been doing. Says, I should have been looking a long time ago, but
yeah.
She's facing 5. It's his money, so I guess he can be slack if he chooses. She's facing 5 charges of embezzling and 10 different forgery counts. Oh, and by the way, the reason Vanessa even got the job at the construction company because the previous bookkeeper had been fired and arrested for embezzlement. I got a picture of her.
Picked up bad habits, eh?
She's not bad. All right. Well, I hope she enjoys that honeymoon in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid criminal, yeah. $100,000, a lot of money. Last time I checked. Stupid criminal news number 2. The cops in Little Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, got a call Tuesday night about a guy who got into a fight with himself. But maybe in his mind. Anyway, a 37-year-old guy named Jason Kramer was out in the parking lot of a Wawa convenience store, punching himself in the face. And then a crowd gathered as he raised the stakes by whipping out his junk. The cops came and he was arrested for lewdness. And yes, they say he was under the influence of something. You think?
Yeah, several somethings.
They're just not sure what that something was. And last but not least, even if these idiots had the best getaway driver in the world, it was never going to work. A group of thieves in southern Mexico stole a front-end loader on Friday and used it to smash through a wall of a bank.
Yeah, there you go.
Their plan was to steal a large safe inside that had a bunch of money in it, but it was too heavy and they had no way to lift it. So the only option was to chain it to the front-end loader and drag it away, which worked, just way too slowly. Most of the front-end loaders have a top speed of 20 to 30 miles an hour, probably even slower than that when you're dragging a heavy safe behind you. Anyway, police called up 2 of them nearby and arrested one of them. They're still searching for the others. And that, my friends, is your stupid criminal news for this Monday.
I thought you were going to tell me they went through a drive-through at McDonald's to get some.
Hang on while I get the money out of the trunk here. Okay. All right. I know you want it. I know you want it real bad. So here it comes. Hold your arms up and put your fingers up as called.
And now it's time for
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, a random fact for this Monday, and baby is spare, if you're good. Jason Strahan was once a world-class diver who competed as part of Britain's national diving team in the 1990s Commonwealth Games. Who knew? This was when he had hair.
Yep.
After the French became an American ally against the British during the Revolutionary War in 1778, the British responded by attacking a French colony in India, which means there was an American Revolution battle in India, and the Brits won.
Yep.
The only state governor who has ever been assassinated while in office was the governor of Kentucky in 1900. His name was William Gobel, and he was killed 4 days into his term. 76% of serial killers in the 20th century were in the U.S. Only 4% were in the third world countries. And barnacles have the largest junk of anything in the animal kingdom relative to their size. A male barnacle junk can extend 8 times his body length.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
Watch out, ladies. All right, so it goes for this, what is this, Monday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow for a titillating Tuesday. My thanks to the Colonel for helping out today.
No problem. My pleasure.
And we'll be back tomorrow, 7 to 9, for a, what do we call it, Titillating Tuesday. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airways because they are the backbone of our economy here in Moore County. Your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs. And don't forget, millions of Americans, they have fought and they have died. Forgive and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man, and Nick and Coke the Dog will all see you this afternoon at 2 at the Dog Park.